Welcome, my dear friend, at another sharing session from Life of a Hippie CEO. Where do I start? I feel so silent now that I should start talking. I'm not in the best place right now. This week I gave a webinar, which was a non-pitch webinar, and I realized how all these webinars leave me with so many mixed feelings. It feels exciting to see people there. It always feels a bit sad that not a higher percentage of people showed up, and that was true this time, especially because I think only 18% showed up live, though usually I'm more at the 30-40 mark. This is probably because I always offer a special gift for everybody who shows up live, and I didn't do that this time, and I stated a lot of times like, oh, there will be a recording available, because I just felt like being friendly and letting people know there would be a recording. So I do like to let them know beforehand that there is a recording, but maybe I shouldn't put it in every single mail I send out to the people who already registered. And next time I'm going to do the gift again. But the main mixed feeling always comes from getting good reactions, very loving reactions, of people who said that it was a great help of them and thank you for the inspiration and this was really great. And at the same time, I always make less sales than I hope to, and not in a way that I should just not hope for so much. Most of my webinars I make 0 sales. I had one webinar on which I had 2, and then always there follow 1 or 2 sales more in the follow-up, and that's it. So this time again, but of course it was less surprising because it wasn't a hard pitch webinar, but I did mention a lot of my programs, and I had hoped with like my core registered strengths of 170 people that I would at least sell a few products just by mentioning it. And then until now I sold one 25 euros product. So this makes me feel a little bit better than I did before. It is now 2 or 3 days after the webinar. And still, it feels so difficult. I think I shared about it before, that feeling of actually I want more, but I feel that I should be happy with what I received. And that's giving that feeling of wanting more to feel so not welcome in me. So of course, it's natural that I would want to at least be even in my fucking company. The biggest problem with it is actually not really the sales at this moment. It's more that it makes me doubt myself and my company in general. Last days I really felt that it was just never going to work, and I wasn't sure if I was seeing progress. Like, I made a bit more sales, but it's not that I'm making more sales every month, and the more I do to make that happen, the more crappy I feel because it isn't happening. Like, before I could say, oh, but I don't have my funnel in place yet, or I don't have so much products for sale. And now I have 3 products for sale, and I have 1 sales funnel and 1 semi-sales funnel. And I did this webinar where I promoted them. And still, till now, it's so empty. And everything could change. Like, if I would make 3 more sales this month, I would be like, whoa, what the fuck, things did change. And it is growing. And all my confidence would all of a sudden be back with 3 little sales, but they are not here yet, and I just feel like I'm capable of growing this ever any bigger, which feels a bit embarrassing at the same time because I am growing, like my list is growing a lot, but I don't see the same amount of growth in my revenue, and that's making me really scary, insecure. And then I listen to another marketing strategy or another paid course, and it just leaves me feeling overwhelmed and frustrated. I feel a lot of resistance for certain techniques and strategies, and I just, at the same time, I feel because I don't do those strategies, it is killing my business. And some of the strategies I don't even feel comfortable doing. Like this whole thing about understanding your target audience, it was fun to do the survey, it was valuable, and it was nice to do a visualization about meeting my ideal client. But when it comes to writing my marketing messages, I still feel like I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how I should now understand how I can reach my target audience and make this better, and so that people understand they need it, and so that more people will want it. That just, it leaves me so drained and so frustrated. And yesterday I just didn't work. And yeah, not really. And now today I feel a bit like the same, so I'm working on Hippie CEO and doing some light stuff. I just don't know what to do with it, and I try to reach out for help, but when I talk to people, I often feel like they give another advice, which feels like another strategy I should use, but that doesn't feel 100% joyful. And then yesterday I was so frustrated, and that I got stoned and decided to write a new business plan. So I would ditch all the, I have to work on my inner beliefs and inner blocks before I can be successful thing. And I ditched the, I need more marketing strategies kind of thing. And then I thought, so what business plan would I really like? I would want some business plan where I can just do whatever the heck I like, and this will bring me the most success. And of course I don't fully believe that right now, but at the same time, this was meant to be the universe where everything was possible, right? So let's try to create it. And I made a very useful step-by-step progress of how I should do this, because I was aware when I was making up the plan that I wouldn't feel confident to just start following my joy all the time, even if it said, don't work on Commit Happiness today, just go watch series and movies and go play video games, which is definitely what today is like. Though I'm following my joy by doing this sharing video, so that's cool. And but I knew I wasn't able to do that, so I made sort of steps so it would be easier. So I would start with every day do one thing out of joy, even if it's just for like a small amount of time, so I can get used to it, or maybe give it a month try out, and then if everything collapses, I still have the time to get everything back together again. And a few things like that. Or take all the options of what you could do that feel okay, that feel safe, like maybe working on opt-ins or doing another course or sending out newsletter or whatever. The options of what feels within this safe boundary of, okay, working on my business, the general way. And then within these options, pick the most joyful one you can think of. So that was actually really useful, and I think I should use that a bit more the coming time. At the same time, I just feel like I don't feel like doing anything, and I don't feel like I can be a successful business owner. And I'm like officially 1 year full-time business owner right now, and that feels embarrassing. That really feels like, oh my god, and I can't even be sure that this month I will be making $100 euros. What the fuck? After a year, and that wasn't even the first start. It started 4 years ago or something. And that makes me feel so bad about myself and not believe myself at all. Like there must be something wrong with me, right? All these amazing testimonial stories. Sorry, I've really developed this intense hate for testimonial stories over time. I can't stop complaining about them because they just make you feel so fucking awful. It's just like all the commercials where they Photoshop the women so they look pretty, and all they do is make you feel miserable about your body. That's what testimonial stories are like too. They are like Photoshop. They are not the whole story. They are just a part of the story that sounds good and sounds the best, and it is like true in a way, like the Photoshop women are real women, although they are photoshopped. There is like this small nugget of truth in them, which makes you feel that it is entirely true, and then you feel shitty about yourself as a business owner. I even start to feel like I shouldn't even use testimonials myself, but then again it feels like, oh, I'm killing my business by not doing that. Okay, sometimes I really hate that I have ethics. And and I don't feel so... Of course, there are people who tell me like, I really appreciate it that you're such a open business owner and you're so sincere. And at the same time, I don't feel like the sincerity is bringing me much sales. Maybe it is, but I think I'm just going to stop for now because I feel too awkward to do another 20-minute sharing video. And thank you for watching. Thank you for giving me the space to talk about my feelings. And I hope it gave you some kind of confidence that you're not alone on this. And what do I have to say? See you next time.